VACAY JTV.
What's going on, fam? It's your man VACAY, and we are back. We are back with another live event. Family, how you doing today? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's your man. It's your uncle. It's your boy. It's your cousin. It's the dude. It's that guy. You know who it is. It's your man VACAY. And yes, we are here to discuss Beauty in Black 13 and 14. We're doing 2 episodes this time around. We're looking to knock this thing out. We got a lot of other shows to get to. No disrespect to Beauty in Black, but we love the show. We love the show. That's why we're talking about it today. All right, so let's bring up the squad. Somebody say squad. Let's bring up the squad. Who do we got up first? Who do we got up first? All right, let's bring her up. You know what I'm saying? She be lighting it up, son. She be lighting it up. Don't mess with her, man, because she will do some things, say some things that you need to hear. All right. Sometimes we need to hear it. You know what I mean? All right, let's bring her up. Lighten it up with Letitia's in the building. What's good?
Hey, y'all. Hey, Jay. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Ready to talk about this.
You ready, huh? Okay.
Yeah, we ready.
All right, you ready? Got them notes? You got my notes. You got the notes ready, right? Okay.
You know I got the notes.
As long as you got the notes, I think we good. Somebody gotta have the notes, right?
That's right.
All right. So next up is somebody out of Chicago, and she's very opinionated. But today, she looked like she about to put the fruit on her head. She taking it back to Africa. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Representing. You know what I'm saying? You know who it is. Your girl, 69 Ways, Monique Johnson's in the building. What's good?
I'm making it. I'm here. Let's talk about this Beauty in Black.
All right. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We're going to knock this thing out. And last and definitely not least, we got your girl. You know what I mean? She is a ruthless addict. That's the homie, the macaroni, Tony. She is no phony. That's the homie. Tika Deshawn, all things ruthless, is in the building. What's good?
What's good, everybody? Yes, indeed. It is your girl, Tika Deshawn. We talk about Beauty in Black, and the shenanigans continue. Shout out to Jay for putting this thing together. Absolutely appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate everybody for coming through so we could discuss this Beauty in Black. Look, we are covering 2 episodes today, so I'm not doing no scene by scene. You already know. What's good? I see you, Lines Dennis, in the building. I'm not doing no scene by scene. We gonna do the highlights, all right? And then, of course, we got the homie lighting it up. She got whatever notes. So anybody want to fill in between, y'all can fill in between, because right. I ain't doing no scene by scene, all right? But where did we leave off? We left off with your girl Kimmy's on a rampage, right? Mm-hmm. She was in the car with, what's his name?
Traxton,
not Traxton like Braxton, but Traxton. All right. She was in the car with Traxton. They flipped the car over. They on the edge. Man, she sprayed him with the pepper spray. He yelling and screaming at her, "What you doing? What you doing?" Right? Sprayed him again. Got out of the car. Lady comes along. Already called the police. She's like, "Oh my God." And Kimmy's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." Da, da, da. Meanwhile, the girl's going over to the car, and Kimmy jumps in her car and takes the car and speeds off into the sunset, right? What do we think about this first scene right here? I'm gonna start with you, Letitia. Were you surprised? Were you like, what the hell's going on? What was your first reaction?
I'm definitely not surprised, but that lady is better than me, because, baby, only thing I would have done was call 911 for you. You wouldn't have been able to take my car, because I wouldn't have got out the car. You need some help? Okay, let me call 911 for you. And then I'm going to, especially considering what happens later on, baby, right. You wouldn't have got my car. No.
Okay. Monique, what was your first reaction when you saw this? Is this Chicago style, New York style? Okay, I'm claiming New York too.
Yeah, definitely some mob style for sure. Like the way she put her seatbelt on, pepper spray him, and got out the car and took the lady car. That was, yeah, she was on one.
She was on.
I'm like, dang, you didn't get hurt? You didn't get a scratch on you?
Nah, man, she came prepared. It looks like she's done this before. Do you think she's did this before, Tika?
Listen, Kimmy was definitely on one, but clearly, lady driving the car, that wouldn't have been one of us. We'd have been like, listen, baby, I can't do nothing but call the popo for you up the street. I'm not gonna just stop and get out my car to see what's going on for you. I'm not that person.
That's right.
Okay.
So, hey, she got, and Kimmy was ready. And throughout everything that Kimmy is going through, she's still able to kind of somewhat think and put some things together to kind of act a little bit faster than somebody else might be able to do.
Yeah, I mean, in comparison to part one, part two, she seems to be up on it. Like, okay, there's a car for me. This car's unavailable. Let me jump in and take this real quick.
That part.
I
That
mean, I
part.
would have did the same thing, low key. I would have hopped in the ride. Like, we in the middle of nowhere. I don't know where
Right.
I'm at. Like, yeah.
If the
And
opportunity presented itself.
Absolutely.
Listen, Letitia always have a song. Letitia always have a song for these moments. And the song that I thought of was Belle Biv DeVoe, Old School. She's a gangster. Cause the way Kimmy hopped in that front seat and sped off, I was like, okay, Kimmy, I see you working.
She working.
Mhm.
She working, man. And your boy Traxton, boy, he is pepper sprayed up. Like, I can't believe this. Like, she messed up my car. Like, he is in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know how he even got back to the club. But anyway, let's continue to move on. We get a conversation going with your girl Mallory, and she's talking to your boy. He is at a birthday party. We found out he got a whole full family, but it's baby girl's birthday, and she is making the phone call. I don't know where, Roy is and all this and that, but she's really like, yo, who is this chick? Who is this chick? She keeps asking your boy, what's his name? What's his name, Letitia?
Oh.
Jewels. That's right, Jewels. I'm waiting for you to say Jewels. But she's asking, yo, what's her name? Who is she? Who is she? Da da da. He's like, yo, I'm gonna find out. When I find out, oh, you know who she is? Yeah. But when I find out, then I'm gonna bring her to you, right? First thing. She's like, when she's really stressing him out. And so he calls Traxton, right? He in the middle of nowhere, wiping his eyes. Man, she got away, man. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. Don't even come back to the club if you don't find her, right? Like, she's just getting away with everything, right? So he finds out also that Roy is at the hotel. Okay. So he calls her back, tells her, and then Mallory is like, she's doing the same old. Stop the car. Get out. Telling Jillian, get out. Go run me a bath. Go home and run me a bath. Like, wow, yo. That's what you do with assistants, huh?
get her out of here.
Get her out of here, right? And then, all right, look, Jewel's gotta go. Right? He's like, baby girl, come over here. She's like, you always gotta work. And the thing that got to me, that I was just like, oh, you have no idea. The wife is like, listen, you want a good husband like this, they're gonna work all the time. And I'm like, baby girl does not know. Both of them don't know anything about who this guy really is.
Exactly.
So calls her back, tells he texts Calvin the address, and boom, boom, boom. It is what it is. All right, what's your reaction to this whole entire scene right here? We'll go from the bottom to the top. Tika Deshawn, what's your reaction?
Listen, Jules got a whole family out there. Again, it remind me Eminem and 8 Mile when Eminem when he went to telling on old boy. But at the end of the day, Jules, you live in a double life, and your wife is literally clueless. But I do like how he's able to keep his work life separate from his personal life, and he managed to do it. It shocked us. Like I said, to me, he was like a little fake gangster. But I guess gangsters need love too. So
right,
yeah. And then they on their way. She's persistent. Who is this girl? Honey, you worry about the wrong thing right now. Nobody heard from your man Roy, so that's what you need to be more concerned about. But you too busy trying to figure out who this woman is that was with your man. He don't want you, so why do you even care?
Well, you know why she care. It's all about that will.
Yeah.
69 ways, what you got?
Yeah, I just can't wait till it's time for Jewel's or when his family is targeted.
Ooh.
I just can't wait. You're trying to hide this life. But you can only do that for so long. It will catch up to you. So I just can't wait to see that.
Maybe season 2. Maybe season 2. What do you think? Lighten it up with Letitia. What you got?
I feel the exact same way because I'm like the irony of him doing this to all of these women, and he literally has a daughter.
Daughter.
As
I know.
Yeah.
if there isn't some new Jewels coming up the ranks right now that's going to be targeting his family. And I'm just like, see, what goes around comes around. Karma going to
And I
come
can't
and
wait.
get you.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, you got a daughter and a wife, and you treat these women the way you do, bro. You terrible. You just the worst. You are just the worst.
Period.
All right. So we in the club. We in the club, and we see, your boy Angel. Of course, he's looking for Sylvie, right? He's looking for Sylvie. Before all of that, again, we doing highlights. Before all of that, this guy, the guy right next to him, tries to roll up on Charles, right? He's like, yo, I just want to get with you. Da-da-da. Charles is like, get up out of here. You don't look at me. Get up out of here. Get up out of here, right? So he's like, yo, he ain't going to bite. So then Angel sees Felicia rolling with Sylvie, and Sylvie does not look good, family. She don't look good at all. So Angel goes over, rolls over, like, what the F is going on? Oh, I'm just getting her ready, da-da-da. She about to go up out. She, for real? You about to take her out there? She look high as hell. Yeah, she high on something. What I don't know what she high on. He's like, yo, I'll take her from you. You know what I'm saying? Let me sober it up a little bit. All right, you sure? You sure? I mean, she worrying about body. She worrying about the Linda. You ain't see the Linda or body in the past day or so, maybe.
Right.
Like, nobody knows where they are. Go ahead, Letitia. What are your thoughts?
Just that Dustin strikes again. He thought he was doing something with Charles. He is not. Charles is not thinking about him. And I thought it was funny. He was like, you know what? He flipped it on him. Was kind of like, okay, do you know who that B was who stole my car? And then he was
Right.
like, by the way, he's unalive. And so I thought that was funny. But I love how Angel took action, went and got
Mhm.
Sylvie, and hid her for safekeeping. So good job,
Right.
Angel. It wasn't his plan, but thank God it wasn't, because his don't work. But at least he did the right thing.
Ain't
I
that the
know
truth?
his plans
Right.
never really work, right? Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead, because I know you want to add something.
No, I agree with the whole Angel move. He was moving on that one, quick on that one. But dude trying to push up on Charles. Charles
Mhm.
does not like a thirst bucket. He like to chase. He like to play hard to get. He like the ones that play hard to get. Okay, he like those types. And he
Gotcha.
was just laying it on thick. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, he even said, yeah, y'all got his address, and Angel's like, yo, leave that alone. Trust me. You do not want to mess with
Yeah.
that. Okay, don't be rolling up on the address. Trust me if you want to stay alive. Right, Tika?
Yeah, pickup line, be gone. Charles said, get up my face. Like I done told you already, but like a thirst bucket, he's going to try.
Mhm.
And he got shooed. But again, just like you guys were saying, great job on Angel's behalf finally.
Yes.
An attempt to shield Sylvie from the drama, but he took her to that to the the hiding space, the closet, and I'm just
Mhm.
like, okay, hopefully that'll last long. But right now, nobody's got common sense to go and kind of look around to see until we'll see what happens a little bit later.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So Angel takes Sylvie, puts her in the closet, tries to wake her up because she is high as a kite. Like, look, I know your sister. She's like, sister, Mr. Trista. Like, she's out of it, B. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, listen, stay here. All right, stay here. I'm going to come back. Don't go out there because something bad going to happen to you if you go out there, right? All right, so good job, Angel. We'll give you a half of a clap. So now, let's go.
The half of a clap. I'm looking like, what?
Yeah. So now we got the address to Josephine. We got the room number, and here goes Mallory Bellery. And he's like, oh, how you doing, Mrs. Bellery? They know Mrs. Bellery. Everybody knows Mrs. Bellery, right? And we at the Josephine. And the lady's like, oh, how you doing? Yeah, your husband came, just straight up snitching on the husband. Oh, your husband came a couple of hours ago. Would you like a key? I'm like, what the? Okay, cool. She's like, sure. Look at her with the fake smile. I love Crystal, but Mallory, forget it. So she's like, by the way, I just want you to know that I still use the products. I've been using it for 20 years. She's like, oh, that's good. Yeah. She's like, I do too. No, you don't. Mallory, you know you don't use the product. Stop playing. Stop lying. But she got to fake it, whatever. So she gets a key. What did you think about this whole interaction? We'll start with you, Tika.
Yeah, front desk chick was just doing way too much. They have no privacy whatsoever when it comes to the Belleries walking into the building.
Yeah.
Like, girl, at any average other hotel, you wouldn't be able to get away. At least you wouldn't be able to get away with it with revealing the amount of information that she did. And now, okay, yeah, you using their products, but 20 years, you said for 20 years, don't get mad. 2 weeks later, when you get diagnosed with the big C, that's all I'm saying.
Mm.
Yeah. Or the
And then
hair falls
one
out,
more
right?
thing, and
Mm-hmm.
one more thing, when
Yeah.
Mallory gets into her mode, she has to. It's almost like she has to take her mask off. So when she straightens her hair on the left side and then the right side, it's like a whole different person takes over. That
Oh
a
yeah.
whole new persona. So yes, that Two Face. She's a Two Face for me.
Oh yeah, she know how to do it. I mean,
Mhm.
I said that from day one when she was on that stage. I was like, she fake and she know what she doing. Mo, any thoughts on this right here?
No.
No? Okay. Tisha?
Nope. Just room 3922. That's all we know.
All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to that room 3922. We go in the room. It's all crazy. It's all mashed up. Glasses everywhere. All this crazy. We look at the window. Calvin's like, did he jump out the window? And, Mallory's like, he's too arrogant for that. He would never do something like that. Well, guess what? We look out the window. Who do we see on the terrace below? It's your boy Roy. And it's like, what the hell? Calvin just jumps into action. What you jumping into action for? You can't guard his body. He already jumped out the window. What do you? Let me get you. He runs down there. He goes down there and he's like, hey, Mallory, call 911. Right? And what does she say? I'm gonna go to you. Light it up with Letitia. What is she saying to Calvin? With call 911.
Well, first of all, before he even said that, he was like, he's still alive. She was like, shit.
Right.
First of
That's
all.
what I was saying. I was like, oh.
And then she was like, absolutely not. Like, she does not want this publicity. She said, just meet me downstairs. I'm not, she was not calling the ambulance. And then she proceeded to make that man drag that man all the way down those steps.
Yep. We
It
didn't
was
want to
like,
go in
Mallory
the
don't
elevator.
care.
We didn't want to make a scene, right?
yeah, trying to do it low key. It was like how many floors up they were? 30-some floors or something.
Crazy.
Ooh. Oh, yep. 39. Oh, Lord. Yikes.
Yeah. They're not flights, right?
I was like, well, way to go, Calvin, because
That's why it took so long. He was like,
look, no, he would be rolling. Rory, I would have to tumble him down
you have to
halfway.
roll him down.
like roll him down. I can't.
Then he'd really be dead, Monique. Then he'd
well,
really
hey, I tried.
yeah, broken arms, broken leg. Tika, anything you want to add?
Yeah, if I were Calvin, I would have took my time getting him down them stairs
Right.
because I'm smashing your wife. So your life really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you happen to die, for whatever reason, your wife gonna be straight, and I'm gonna be in the back door regardless. So
Oh, my gosh.
but I'm just saying, that's the diabolical side of me.
That was his
But
motivation, huh? That was his
that was his
motivation.
motivation.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was still breathing even after falling where he did fall
Yeah.
was, and plus he had been out there for some hours, so it's kind of chilly outside, and
Yeah.
I guess because he was so high, he didn't really,
That's right.
really didn't feel much of anything. So I was just like, bruh, like you don't like your life right now. And
Oh,
she
yeah.
definitely don't like your life right now. But she got to keep him around for a minute.
That's right. That's right. And here she goes. She's arguing with Jewels. Man, we got to keep him alive. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's found out that he has anything inside of him or any drugs, whatever, then that will absolutely dissolve their part
Right.
of the will. You know what I'm saying? Because they found out he got stuff in him in the whole nine,
Yep.
and then Jewels is like, man, that the father, he was a gangster. She's like, nah, I'm the gangster. Okay, don't be messing with me, right? And she curses. Man, I don't know. Maybe it's me. I guess I'm weird, but I just find it cute when she curses. I don't know why. Call me weird if you want. I don't care. But she's talking and cursing and whatever. And here comes this lady. Oh, you look so beautiful. He's like, hold on 1 second. And she, what she do? What she do, Tika? She go like this. She put her hands out and then she
Yep.
becomes a different person.
Two-Face, taking photos and everything.
Yeah, can I take a picture with you?
Okay,
Sure,
point to the
sure.
camera now. Click, click.
Oh my God, super fake, boy. I tell you, man, if you want to learn a lesson in fake and how to be fake, watch this show. Okay. Right?
Right.
All right. So here we are. Kimmy comes. to Rain's room. Rain is gone. Right now, remember, Kimmy last episode, she heard everything that went on when he was poking her butt and she was screaming in the whole nine. So she going in there real careful. Where's Rain? Where's my sister? Where? He's like, sit down, sit down, sit down. I'm not going to tell your ass again. Sit your ass down, right? So now they get into this long, drawn-out conversation, right? He's like, yeah, Angel kind of told me everything. Rain told me everything. She's like, no, she didn't. She ain't going to tell you nothing, right? So make a long story short, he hates his kids, wants the kids to be out of the will. He got a master plan to get them out of the will, right? Am I accurate? Am I good? Am I good? Okay. All right. And what happens is he has a plan, but he wants her to go back to business as usual. But sorry, Kimmy kind of messed that up. Why? Because Kimmy took out Body and Delinda, right? Okay. And he's like, what body? He's like, no, Body's her name. Right?
I was cracking up.
Right? He's cracking up. What body? No, Body's her name. Okay. She's like, okay. He's like, you could tell he's like kind of taking it in like, okay, but I still need you to do that. Well, by the way, I also took out your son. He's like, which son? he looked a little excited and concerned at the same time. Yeah. It's like, which son? Oh, Roy. No, that's not possible, because when did this happen? A couple hours ago. I would have known by now. No, that's not even possible, right? And she's taking on all this accountability. Like, yeah, I just wanted to let you know up front if you want to help me out, right? Here comes the doctor. Oh, we brought your son in. Is he alive? Yes. Oh, really? Okay. Look at his face in the top right corner. He's just real shocked right now, right? He's like, all right, I'm going to go in the room. He gets up. He falls back. Just wait for me outside. And then he screams on Kimmy, listen, if you going to take somebody out, don't half-ass it, okay? Take him out for real. Like, because that would have worked right into his plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right? So he's like, never take accountability for anything. I was like, wow, okay. Great advice, huh? Coming from the demon. Any reaction to this whole entire scene right here? I'll start with you, Letitia.
Yes, that he gave her first lesson in power. If you're going to do it right, do it thoroughly, make sure it gets done, and never take accountability for it. The other part that I thought was so funny when he was so shocked about, he was like, what bodies? I thought the reason why I was laughing was because I think he was thinking, oh my gosh, is she the one that hit Ina?
Oh,
when she said bodies, he was like, what bodies? It was hilarious. But I thought maybe he's thinking Ina, because I don't think he knows who hit Ina. There's only a select few people who do. So, I just thought that was an eye-opening experience, and he still did not show his hand though.
Nope.
Just, kept it moving.
Okay, Tika.
Yeah, he was there for her to listen to her, but where's my sister? Where's Rain? That whole moment that she tends to have repeatedly. But he had no choice but to kind of listen with reasoning. The moment where he said the bodies was funny. Cause she was just like, I took out Body and Body and Delinda, and he's like really not even familiar with these people, so he's trying to get an understanding as to what it is. Like, girl, just speak English, like speak plain, tell me what is going on.
Right.
So it was just, and then like he's diabolical. Like, sir, what was the point of you even having kids? Because if you the treatment I know your kids your two sons are a handful, but the fact that you don't even care that your son could potentially be gone, I guess that's more shares for you. But guess what? You about to check out too. So why be so selfish at this point or negative? Yeah, I just don't like his attitude towards his kids. I don't know. Me and I was about to call him Rico, but me and Horace ain't never been friends. That's all I can say.
Got you. Mo, and anything else?
No, I just like to see his reaction when she's talking about Roy, and he was like, "Where at?" And she was sitting at the hotel and out the window. He like 30-something floors, like he fell all the way down that far. I'm like, no, you ain't that lucky yet,
right?
Fall that far, but yeah.
Okay.
I just tired her saying, "Where's my sister?" That's it.
Where's my sister? I gotta wait for my. I gotta find my sister. Wait here. Just wait here. So he tells Kimmy to wait. You know she ain't waiting for nobody.
Nah.
But here we go. Here again, we doing highlights, family. We doing highlights. As you see, your man Horace goes in there. You ain't nothing. You a piece of crap. This is the 5th, 16th time you tried to jump out the window. You jumped out when you were 9, 10, and 11. Why don't you just go away, right? Why don't you he just brutalizing him verbally, right? Your man Roy, there's one tear, Denzel tear down his face. But he's like, man, they're going back and forth. He starts to beat him with the cane and the whole 9. He takes the cane from him, and then he's like, you know what? You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. He calls Horace dog poop, right? You soft as dog poop, okay? And and he's like, I wish you would die, right? He tells Horace, I wish you would die. And he says, you know what? You're going to regret the day I do. He gets out, right? And then here we go. Here we go with these two. Now these two are going at it, right? And he's like, what are you even doing here? You know what I'm saying? Why are you here? You here to harass me. The cameras are not here, and he starts calling out her name. And she just jumps on him. She gets at him too. And what do you think about this whole scene? I'll start with you, Mo.
I enjoyed the cane hitting, but that's just me. But when he said this is not his first time trying it, he tried it when he was a kid and all these different times. I was like, oh wow, y'all didn't get this boy no help. Like you don't have like some kind of sympathy, empathy for your child, for us, like trying to figure out what he's going through to make him want to do these things,
right?
On multiple occasions. Just my thought. I'm like, oh wow, he is ruthless. For real, like yo. I'm like, what do you think you're doing? And I laughed when he hit him with the cane, and then he kind of passed out. You forgot about your health condition, huh, sir?
Right.
Right. And
Tika?
then
go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then just with Mallory, we know why she's there. Fake concern.
Making sure that, everything stays intact for that will. Tika, any thoughts?
I mean, I just wanted Roy to kind of gain a little strength and smack the power puffs out of his daddy, because you sitting there, the man already injured. Like, okay, I understand Roy is not the best person, but then to say and acknowledge that this son of yours, this child of yours, has had multiple attempts on his own life as a child, and then again, like Monique was saying, no empathy whatsoever for him.
None.
Then you already understand that he's probably got some internal injuries going on, and you want to beat him with your little fruity cake cane that you walk with.
Fruity cake.
And then that's his anyway, I'm just saying. And then you have Mallory, who has to add on to the shenanigans. It was the scene was just a little extra for me. But I get it. That's the dynamic of the family. And Roy kind of spoke his piece. He said what he felt like saying at that moment, because like you can't beat me no further than what I'm already at. I'm already beaten down. So there's nothing more that you could do to hurt me, whether it's physical or mental. And again, she there to make sure the papers stay in check. That's the only reason why Mallory is there. So I was just like, girl, you can go too. Go on with your dad. And then when he snatched him down and he bumped his head on that, I was like, yes, a little power moment for Roy. Just a small power moment for Roy.
I mean, did you find it kind of weird? I mean, you mentioned it in what you just said, Tika, and I just found it the same. Like, the guy is in a hospital bed. This is the first time I've ever seen something like this, where people are going to beat a guy in the hospital bed, like physically want to hurt somebody who was already hurt. Letitia, anything to add?
Yes, because I was rooting for Roy in this scene. It was very intense. It was actually very sad. And I'm like, Mallory, you can't even be a good fake wife. You wasn't standing up for your husband at all whatsoever in this conversation. But I feel like when he recalls as his father, he recalls, well, first of all, he already knew Roy was lying because Roy said, I fell. But Kimmy just told him that she pushed him. So he did know that she was lying. Right. But as a father, when he was concerned enough to say, when you did it at 8 and 10, 11, you recalled those moments as his father. Part of me feels like, I'm like, Horace, you're really mad at yourself because y'all didn't do what y'all was supposed to do to try to heal this child because he's a hot mess now. But furthermore, I think that Horace hates his sons, and especially Roy, and resents him more importantly, because I don't think he thinks that he's actually his son. I don't think he is a son. We know
Who's
that
the
Norman
daddy?
and Olivia would have been
I was
messing
thinking
around.
that too.
So you
So
think
I
that
think that maybe that's not really his son, and he's had to live with it all these years. And I mean, and you did hear father moments in there because he was like, I tried to help you, and I tried to do this, I tried to cover for you, and all that sort of thing, whatever. And that is something a father would do. But I think he resents this man. He cannot stand his guts. And I think it's because he doesn't think he's really his father.
Yeah.
Or at least he doubts it.
He hates both of them. Sure. And yeah, you might be right. Like we were both, we were all kind of like skeptical about Charles at first because of the hate that he was receiving in the beginning in part 1. But now that you mention this, hey, both of them might not even be his kids. Who knows? It might just be his kids through Olivia. Who knows, right? Who knows? Crazy. Okay, let's keep it moving. All right, Kimmy sees rain. She's out of it. You okay? Listen, you got to learn to trust Horace. Horace is trying to help. Okay. What else? Kimmy, she's skeptical about everybody. She don't trust nobody. I totally understand why. Right? She's like, I lost my phone. How'd you do that? This is a long story, right? We know she lost it in that crash. But anyway, she's like, listen, I need to use your phone. See if Angel called. So Angel called Rain's phone, like, yo, I'm trying to get in contact with Kimmy. She picks up the phone. Yo, I found your sister. Where you at? Oh, okay, where she's at? She's at the club. I got her. Okay. Boom. Right? Time to go to the club. So Angel and Felicia, right? Felicia, why? Like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you trying to take the place of Body and Delinda? Like, who you want to, you like a wannabe to me. You know what I'm saying? Where's the girl at? I don't know. That's Letitia, you mentioned that before. He's like, I don't know. When he lies, he's like, I don't know. Right? So, of course, boom, she leaves. What's his name? His name is Alex, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alex is like, yo, where's the girl at? I already know that's Kimmy's sister. I know you cool with Kimmy. What's going on? Where's the girl at? I don't know. They start the fight, and then here comes Traxton, right? That's his name?
Traxton. Yeah, Traxton.
All right, Traxton. Okay. And then he breaks up the fight. Boom. That's the end of the episode. All right, let's get to the next episode. What'd you think about this while I do the transfer? What do you think about this?
Bye,
Anybody?
Felicia.
Yeah, definitely bye. She can get her out of here. And they told Angel, get back on. Wait, Traxton told Angel to get back on the stage to dance. Get back on stage to dance, right?
Yes.
So they can keep an eye on him.
Yep. All right. So here we are. Next episode. This one's called what? Wild Card. The first one, the other one was called By Any Means, and this one's called Wild Thing. Wild Thing, right?
Wild Ride.
Wild Ride. There we go. Wild Thing. Wild Ride. Whatever. Something wild. Something wild, right? So where do we leave off? We left off where the boys are talking about, watch this guy, Angel. We got to find this girl, right? So now they looking for Kimmy and they looking for Sylvie. Like, these guys are the worst. Welcome to Beauty and Black, the Lindas, Dolls, and Dudes. I did not know that was the name of this club.
I did not know that either. I'm like,
yes. Thank you, Charles.
But that's the name of this ratchet club we didn't know for a whole entire part 1 and half of part 2, right?
Right.
All right, so let's get into it. All right, here we are.
Wait, can I just say one thing about
Yes.
Traxton? How he just took a licking and just kept on ticking. He went right back to work. He had to fight at work. I'm like, boy, didn't you just get out of a crumpled tail car? He ain't got no car. They took his, he was like a mess. He got sprayed in the face.
Tore up, right? Yep.
And here he is back to work. He could have been the one. He could have ran away. Like I told
Roy,
because he know
Jewels was going to kill him. Jewels was going to unalive. He's like,
and that's why he should have ran away. He told him not to come back if he didn't find Kimmy. No way. Bye.
Where you going to run? You know your boy Jewels got everybody on payroll. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. So doctor comes along. I thought this was hilarious. Okay. And anybody could jump in on this one. Doctor comes along. He's like, yo, can you give me more medicine? She's like, yo, we already gave you, a whole lot of medicine. He's like, well, maybe because he has, a drug problem. She's like, what? You going to say that in front of the doctor? Yeah, I'm going to say that in front of the doctor. Maybe you need some more help and all of this and that. He's like, yo, she's crazy. She's bugging. Nah, it is what it is. Like she was just trying to just knock him down. Because again, she's like, he wants to get up and go. He's like, I just need to leave. Okay, just let me go. My greedy father, bought half of this hospital, so I can get up and leave whenever I want. She's like, or we can make you stay because you have a substance problem. He's like, Mallory, I'm gonna get you, right? So this is what happened. I'm gonna talk about the whole scene here. And he's like, what are you doing? Can you please leave? And she's like, oh, you begging me to leave? Okay, I'll leave. I'll finally leave. Because before, he was trying to get out of there. And she just was not trying to leave. She just wanted to get on his nerves or whatever. So she finally leaves. And this part was wild. Your boy Roy talks to the doctor and says, do you hate your husband? And she's like, I have a wife. All right. And we're happy. He's like, oh, that's disgusting. I'm like, you're just terrible, dog. You're just a terrible dude, man. And it is what it is. She probably gonna give him more medicine. It is what it is. So what you guys think about this first scene right here as we get into it? We'll start with you, Tika.
Well, I came to the conclusion the reason why Mallory actually stuck around was to confirm to the doctor that, yeah, Roy does have an addiction, which is why his tolerance for this pain is, where it is. So she was there for a purpose, even though she got on my nerves with her verbiage. But at the end of the day, she was there just letting the doctor know, don't give him no more. He has an addiction. And she was also confirming to Roy that if around to find out, you would be locked up in this hospital on the recovery ward trying to rehab from this drug addiction that you got.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Okay, Mo, anything?
I would have said I'm agreeing with Tika because that's why she don't want this in his system. She don't want no more drugs than need be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because they would ruin the whole will of it all. So
right.
I know why she was hanging around.
If he ODs, then it's a wrap. Like they lose it. Right.
Yep. They lose.
They lose, Letitia. Anything else?
They lose. Every time we try to root for his stupid ass. I mean,
dang. Look, last episode she was feeling for him. Now she was
I know, but he just won't stop. He just won't stop. I feel bad for the child in him, but his adult body and mind, I'm like,
look, ain't no hope for the child when the adult is acting the way he acting.
Oh my gosh. I'm just like, oh my gosh. You did not have to say that to that doctor. That was just unnecessary. Yeah. Just being cruel and nasty for no reason.
But she was like, yo, she can't even say nothing. HIPAA law, you know what I'm saying? She still can't say anything anyway. So it's like she knows Mallory she got it. Like to me, she's way more smarter than Roy is.
Absolutely.
We found that out in part 1, episode 1. What were we talking about?
But this really confirms, she goes to hell with it. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. We know she fake. We know that she's smart. We know that she run the show. We know that he's on the drugs. We know all of that. But this just really she's way more demonic.
Definitely. And then it proves it. Right here.
Yep. So here we are. She gets his phone, Roy's phone, because now she wants to know who is this chick that he was messing around with and whatever. Here comes your boy Jules. Oh, he's in the back. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to tell me who it is? You're not going to tell me who's the girl? Who's the hoe? Who's this? Nah. So she goes through the phone and she's trying to get this code. I mean, the message is just sitting right there while she's trying to put the code in, right? So she sees this message from Kimmy, 2 for 1 at your favorite strip club, right? It's like, oh, okay. Kimmy, it must be her. She kind of figures it out. She calls her brother. What's the name of that club? And what's the name of the club, guys?
Delinda's Dolls and Dudes or Dolls and Don'ts.
I don't want to repeat that because I'm like, I'm not saying that out my mouth.
Yeah, Dolls and Dudes.
Delinda's Dolls and Dudes, the DDDs. Oh, God, right? So she says she's going to go down to the club. Yeah, she going to the club. She Got it. She got the name. Now it's time to go investigate. So here's the setup right here. To me, all these scenes are just set up for everything, right? Your boy Horace is in the chapel. Go figure. The demon is in the chapel of the hospital. Calls up your boy Varney on some like, yeah, I need you to get all the lawyers together and a judge that I don't know, and we need to set up things. And he's like, okay, but I want to talk to you because your son said I was sleeping with your daughter-in-law. I just want to let you know that I'm not that type. He's like, okay, I know, He's like, yeah, cause he's like, how do you know? He's like, well, because you wouldn't, you would think your daughter-in-law wouldn't do that. He's like, you think so? You think you know my daughter-in-law?
Right.
You don't know my daughter-in-law. It's just like he knows about Mallory and who she truly is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, I know you wouldn't do it because of my integrity, right? He's like, nah, see, even when you're not talking, I'm understanding the message. Like I'm reading everything. He knows that Varney is
more
not
interested
straight.
in his son than his daughter. Exactly.
He knows that too.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes your boy, Juelz. I got here as soon as possible. You looking good. He's like, yo, man, bring me Kimmy. I want to do the same thing she did to me. He's like, come on, man, come on. Now, this was funny to me. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I'll just clean things up. Why don't we give it to Mallory? Let's give it to Mallory first. He's like, nah. I wanna, you bring her to me. Do what I'm telling you to do. And then he flips it on her. He's on trial. He's like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. How about I bring it to you? And then I give it to Mallory. What does Roy do? Nah, I give it to Mallory.
Right.
Juelz got exactly what he wanted. He just had to flip it and have him feel like he was in control of the situation to tell him, just give it to Mallory. It's like, any thoughts on this whole setup between these four guys? Any thoughts? I'll start with you, Letitia.
Juelz definitely knows his clients. He definitely knows these people and how to run them. Because although I feel like he's unraveling a little bit, but he know how to handle Roy for sure because he's the dumb one. But yeah,
everybody know how to handle Roy at this point in time. Even Calvin, the way he was fake coming on him.
Yep.
No, he's like everybody know how to handle him. That's crazy. But Varney, boy, talking about you don't get down like that. You get down, but you get down with Charles, okay?
Right. Right.
Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Horace had this plan. I don't know how long ago he had thought about this plan that he was about to implement, but he figured out a way to put two and two together. This man said, get the judge, don't bring that old judge, he probably somewhere stinking anyway, but don't bring the old judge, get a new judge, someone not familiar with the family, bring a cameraman or a personal, bring everybody, bring the account, like this. Horace was ready. In his mind, he was ready.
Oh yeah.
And in the midst of this whole conversation, all Varney could talk about was, I'm not messing with your daughter-in-law, bro. I don't care about none of that. I care less about any of that.
Okay.
And like I think it was Letitia said, Juelz definitely knows his clients. He definitely knows his clients. You gotta, people like Roy, unfortunately, you gotta make it seem like it's their idea for it to be a good idea. And so, he played right into the hands of it all. He did what he had to do just to shut him up for the moment.
That's right. Yeah, he knows how to manage their personality. Yes. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Each person has a different personality. Just like he knows how to handle Mallory. You know what I'm saying? When she gets too overboard, like, all right, bye, Mallory. Clicks the phone, bye. He gives her what she wants and then he keeps it moving. All right.
If we find out that, I was about to say Malik, that's his real name. If we find out that Juelz and Mallory are brother and sister, I'm going to know something. We going to know something. Because
Juelz and Mallory, brother and sister. Wow. They act like it, right? They act like it a little bit. That'd be crazy if Tyler did that. Wow. That would be. What if they wasn't brother and sister? What if they were loved?
No.
They don't be love.
I'm just saying, what if they were like old lovers and they plotted on this family is what I'm saying.
Way back from then?
Way back. Who knows? Anyway, let's keep it moving. So we're at this warehouse. We're at the warehouse, okay, that all of these guys, after they robbed Horace, were supposed to meet up at. But these guys are talking. And they talking to, man, yo, that lady, man, she took out Tony and all of this and that. We supposed to rob this dude here and we ain't get the chance. You know, the guys didn't come back. And they talking and talking. Guess who's ear hustling in the car? I guess they got some type of microphone on the windows. And these guys are talking right at the window. Like, come on, dog. And it's your boy, Stormin' Norman, and this guy. I don't know his name, but does anybody know his name?
Nope.
Nope.
He
Sorry
just
to that man.
The thug.
He the parking
Norman's
lot
thug.
security. So he is parking lot pimping, calling
Right.
pimping.
So he all like, yo, who they talking about? Yo, they talking about my sister-in-law. Man, she crazy. Like, she already rich, but she trying to rob my brother. Man, all this and that, right? He's like, all right, well, do this. Find Debo. All right. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Jules was lying to me, right? And he's like, oh, I hope he is lying to me because I hate that dude. That dude be all up on me, man, the club and all that. So he already got a vendetta against Jules. And your boy Norman is just like, all right, don't worry about Jules. I'll take care of him. Right? So it's all about finding Debo. Any thoughts on that?
No, not for me.
Nope. Cool. All right. Rain wakes up. She's like, oh, you gonna poke me again? Don't poke me again. Don't do it again. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. He didn't even say sorry. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even say sorry at all. I'm like, bro, you have no feelings. Just like whatever.
He said
Just
never
like, do you
admit.
know where,
He
Kimmy
said
might
never.
be?
He said never take
Huh?
accountability.
Yeah, he never takes accountability for real.
See how he treat his
damn,
son?
that's just,
His
Mhm.
alleged
he just
son.
cold, man. That's cold. But anyway, where is Kimmy? What do you think she is? I don't know. Come on, man. I'm trying to help her. All right, well, if you're going to help her, think she's at the club, okay? You think he really, really wants to help her? Yeah, I think he does. Right? Okay, let's go to club, man. Your girl Mallory shows up at the club. Security surprise. Calvin is like, you sure you want to go there? It's kind of ratchet. She's like, just guard my effing body, right? So she goes up in there, right? And she's talking to Charles. She gets rid of all the guys that's around Charles. And she tells Charles, listen, one of these ratchet chicks up in here is messing with Roy. He's like, really? Okay. So she rolls up on Felicia. Felicia's like, oh, what's going on? She's like, you know Kimmy? It's like, wait a minute, I know who you are. She tried to touch your hair. Oh, you the beauty lady. She's like, don't do that. Don't touch me.
That was a bold
Don't
move.
touch me.
That thing gets slapped.
Real bold, right?
Mhm.
Right? So she's asking about Kimmy, trying to find out what Kimmy is. She's like, I don't know. She's late. It is what it is. Right? And Kimmy's in the car. She's outside. Right? She spoke to Rain, and Rain was like, listen, just trust them. You got to trust somebody. Learn how to trust, right? And here comes Horace jumping in the car because he's like, if you move, I'm gonna blow your head off. With what? What you gonna blow head? You got a cane, bro. That's what he said when he got you better don't move. I'm gonna blow your head off. Like, well, what you gonna do?
With the king.
So they have a conversation. Yeah, they have a conversation, and it's just like, yo, man, you gotta trust somebody. I'm gonna go in there and go get it. She's like, man, it ain't gonna happen that way and all this and that. Up until this point, what do you guys think about this whole plan to get Sylvie out of the club? Is this a good plan? Before we get to the rest, I'm gonna start with you, Tika.
I mean, I like it because he's the brother in the family, the Bellery in the family that is not really attached to this whole club. And just like he told her, what sense would it make for me to be a part of that club and I'm going in surfing for dudes? Like, it really wouldn't make any sense. So for them to put this whole little plan together, I mean, it made it make sense. But Kimmy ain't gonna trust nobody until she can trust somebody, and it takes a minute, but think about all that she has gone through in the whole situation and this whole Valerie name, and then out of the blue she's at this man's house and she sees her captive or her captors on the wall, like,
Mm-hmm.
so but it's a great plan. Let's see how it works.
Okay. Mo, is this a good plan? Is this gonna go through the way that they think it's gonna go through?
Well, I was halfway here for the plan. It was just the exit. I'm like, he can get in, but like she said, you can't leave with nobody. That was my concerning part. You can't leave with a worker after that 1 hour. So that was my concern, the exit plan.
Right. so you can
And it's
get
hard to
in,
get
but it's
out.
gonna be hard to
Right.
get out.
hmm
Yeah. Letitia, is this gonna, before we get to the rest, as you already know, we watched it. Was this a good, solid
I mean,
plan,
I definitely
in your
think it was a
opinion?
good solid plan because he was, including Angel in it. Like, okay, this is what you get Angel to do. This is what you do. I mean, the plan itself was solid. That execution.
Okay. Let's get to the execution. Let's get to it. All right. Before we get to that, though, guess who we found?
Debo.
This Debo. I don't know why they just like disrespected Debo by naming this guy Debo. That's disrespectful, okay? But anyway, he is high as a kite. And your man Norman is just listening to this guy. He's like, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I ran over the girl. He's like, really? You ran over the girl where? On the road. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't say anything. You didn't say anything to who? I didn't say anything. And he looks up. He's like, oh, he thought it was Jules. All that time, he was high as a kite thinking that he was talking to Jules. Crazy, right? He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't snitch. Make a long story short. He's like, okay, let's find out what you do know. You know what I'm saying? So he pulls out his little freaking, not little, but he got all his instruments of pain. He pulls it out, right? And he asks, hey, so if you ran over the person, right, that you did, what did Jules do? Jules didn't take you out? No, man, Jules would never take me out. He just let me go. It's like, there goes, the lie has been detected, right, from Jules.
Right.
It is what it is. And your man pulls out his instrument and he's about to go to town on Big Man. Any thoughts on this, ladies? Anybody? Jump in.
They were having a conversation, but not with each other.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm like,
because Debo was answering, but he didn't know where he was or what he was even answering. It was just a hot mess. I'm like, you didn't have to go ahead with the apparatus because this man is out of his mind. And furthermore, you already got what you came for, was to find out whether or not Jules lied. And you know he lied because you sitting there with him already. So
that's right.
Child, they're just cruel. Again, just unnecessarily cruel. Poor Debo.
yeah, poor
Just dumb.
Debo.
Poor dumb Debo.
Listen, Norman want anybody to hurt by any means necessary. And if you're fool enough to acknowledge or admit that you did something that you really didn't do, you about to receive your fate. And I hate it for Debo, but what did it say? Drugs is a terrible thing to waste, or for your mind, or whatever. A
The
mind is a
mind is a
terrible thing to
terrible thing to
waste. And he
waste.
had too much powder and pills and whatever else his drug of choice on
I
his
agree.
mind to have common sense. Not even in his high state. Sometimes they say drugs make you kind of tell the truth, alcohol make you tell the truth. Well, how is it that they embedded this lie into his brain to where he is just easily rounding out this information about he ran her down the road, he hit the lady down the road, and then he flipped when he said what he said about Jules. So now Jules, Norman is on your neck, but
oh yeah,
he wants
Yeah,
somebody else to hurt, which is why he pulled that piece of blade out.
Yeah, he wanted his satisfaction. Remember what he says? I will not be satisfied, Jules, if you take him out. I want to take him out. You remember how Richard Lawson was in it, right? Right, Letitia? He was like, I'm not going to be satisfied. Well, this is your satisfaction, right? This is your satisfaction. And that's why we get what happens in the next episode, which was funny. But, we're going to finish this one out here. Any other thoughts, Letitia? What's up, JP and everybody?
Hey,
What's up,
y'all.
fam?
Hey,
No,
y'all.
I have nothing else for this.
Okay. Good stuff. All right. So he took care of Debo. We are assuming that Debo's out of here. But here we go to snitch, bitch, for money. Okay? So Charles is drunk. Time to get him up out of there. They're leaving. She sees Felicia. She's like, here, give me some money. Tell me everything about Kimmy. She's like, I'll do something better. I'll show you a picture. Shows a picture, the whole nine. Yeah, I'll give you some extra money. I'll give you a G if you tell me more. So she showed her picture. She's like, okay, thanks. And then she walks out. Where's my G at? You already got it. Bye.
Dummy.
Done with Felicia, right? She just turned around and just started dancing like, okay. Any thoughts on Felicia, man? Any thoughts? These are my thoughts as you see.
Bye,
Anybody?
Felicia. For real this time. Like,
Clown.
no, pretty much, yes.
Yeah, I do want to
Bye,
say
Felicia.
real quick though, yeah, Felicia, that snitch be for the money, but can I say I like how this club is actually set up because you got a little bit. It might be ghetto as hell, but you got a little bit for everybody. You got the one dance floor on the for the men, and then you got the other side for the women, and it's probably smelling like hot meat and bologna up in there. But at the end of the day,
Oh my
I love the
God.
setup of that club because you never even throughout,
You got
television shows, you never seen a club set up the way that it was,
nah,
and then you
you
got the
don't.
center stage. So I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
all I
Mm-hmm.
got. I can care less about Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
Hey, you
Mm-hmm.
got a good pic, Jay, up there. Where she's showing the phone. You see dude and his
Yep.
strong.
Oh God. Anyway, I
And it
didn't even
was,
see that. I didn't
Yeah.
even see that till you
ooh,
pointed out. Let's move on. I didn't even
See
look, it
see
that
was
that.
some,
girl. Go back, slide
it
Non-intentional.
back
was
a
some
little bit.
Totally non. Now
shaking.
we done with that
Oh
slide.
Uh-huh.
God.
That's it. After
It
you
was some
pointed it out,
shaking going
we
on
done
in
with.
that
Y'all
episode.
want to go see that?
Whole
Go
sausage
watch the
package.
episode. Go
All
watch.
right.
That was not
I'm like,
intentional,
oh,
but if
that's
you
a
were
good
That
satisfied,
look like
sample.
a 12
there
footer.
you
I
go.
All
said,
right.
ooh,
Don't say I never
Wait,
gave
That's
you
gonna
no.
anything. Don't say I never
something
gave
put
you.
you in the hospital.
Oh my God. Okay, be
That's why
laid
she
out.
talk about the
I was
club.
like,
See,
midnight. Is that
Tika,
you,
you
late
ain't slick.
night?
You ain't
What,
slick,
Jay?
Tika. You wanted to talk about the club, so I
Pretty
stayed on that
much. Pretty
slide. I see what
much.
you did.
Pretty much.
I see what
Thank
you
you.
did. As we move forward,
Bolo.
as we continue on, I got to get the ladies excited. We know. All right,
Oh my
so
gosh.
we got a lost package here. My man goes back to the supply room. Sylvie is gone. What the heck? Your boy Braxton, whatever his name is, punches dude, puts him in the closet. Plan foil, right? But is it foil? Because guess what? Sylvie gets to go to the
Yeah.
back anyway because somebody's requesting something young and fresh. And she's the youngest and the freshest.
She
It's
very
like, all
fresh.
right, we'll take it to the back. You know what I mean? So the plan almost didn't work out because Angel got locked up. But here we go. We taking it to the back. This was pretty clever. Pretty good job, TP. So she takes it to the back. See, y'all got yours. Now I got to get mine. So looking at my slides. So yes, Horace goes to the back, pays almost $900. He goes back there. Yeah, I want something young and fresh. Sylvie's like, no. I felt sorry for Sylvie.
Yeah.
Let's be serious. I felt real sorry for this young 16-year-old girl being forced to do all this and that. This was real sad. Alicia was going to beat her ass. She was like, just get in the car. We know how you like it, daddy. We know you. If she started begging, we know you like it like that. It's like, disgusting, right? So she gets in. She's like, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt. He's like, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you. All right. I'm here. I know your sister. Boom. Calls Kimmy. Here's your sister. She want to talk to you. Boom. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. She started apologizing to Kimmy. She's like, no, it's not your fault. It was real sad to me. Any thoughts on this right here?
Yeah, it just I just feel for Sylvie. She getting doped up. She getting pulled and yanked this away. She trying to be forced to do some things she don't want to do, and she's trying to look for her sister. And it's just
Yeah.
sad all around. And you don't know who to trust.
Mm-hmm. It was a nice
Yeah.
touching moment though when Horace called Kimmy on the phone and they were talking on
Yeah.
the phone and everything. That was sweet.
Yeah.
But on a note where we don't have to be serious anymore, Jay, you ain't slick with that photo of Felicia either.
Oh, I said that. I said, I got yours. Now
Oh,
I gotta
okay.
get mine.
She definitely got she look good. Waist
She
down.
got it.
It's just
Felicia.
the waist
Yes,
up
she
is just she
has.
lacking.
Let's say, mm-mm.
Hey, I'm not mad
yeah.
at it. It make me want to go hard on my squat. So hey, I'm not mad.
Go hard
I
then.
do it the
Go
right way,
get
not
that.
the plastic way. So I
Okay.
mean, I'm not mad
I
at it.
think that's
It might
natural. I
be, and it could
think
be.
I
Felicia's
think
natural.
it's good.
Yeah.
Also
It
be
looks
some
natural.
injections. I mean, but whatever, by any means
I'm
necessary.
just saying.
As
That
long
look
as
nice.
it ain't got
Anyway.
jelly, not jam.
I'm good. But going back to the touching, moment and the conversation, there it is. But here's the plan, right? Roll up out of there. I can't just roll up out of there. Come on, man. I can't just do. All right. Well, start the effing car. Just start the car. All right, start the car. And here goes Kimmy. As soon as he starts the car, all this rock music turns on. It's time to turn it up. It's time for Kimmy to do what Kimmy does. And what does Kimmy do? She drives into the gate. Boom, slams the gate. Everybody, kissing and all that. She slams into the gate. Boom, she opens up the gate. People going crazy. People trying to get out of there. Boom, Horace gets out of there with Sylvie, right? Boom, she slams into another car. The security guy tries to break the glass on Kimmy's door and the whole nine, right? So she's trying to get up out of there. Boom, boom, bow. People are running, butt naked, half naked, crazy. We gotta go. What's going on? Things are crazy. It's chaotic. Right? Okay, boom. And then all of a sudden, and I don't know why this happened. This was because I knew this had to be just a second. Because if it was me, I would not be crashing and then all of a sudden I'm just gonna stop right in front of the door. But she did. Way. I guess it was, what I mean? I guess she went the wrong way, got turned. Yeah. All of that, right? But here comes your boy. What's going on here? He comes out. Oh, yeah. You want to play? It's time to go back in the club. He snatches her out of the car and throws her back into the club. Kimmy is now back in the club. We found Kimmy, but Sylvie is safe. Yep. Thank God. And that's the end of the episode. There it is. 2 episodes in 1. How do we do? How did I do?
Woo-hoo! Can I just say that parking lot smell like ass and everything else? Like, bruh.
Well, you said the club smelled like sausages and meat.
It's like polluted. You know what, though, y'all? We got to go back to this plan and how it was executed. Now, she came in that parking lot like a bat out of hell. Yep. She should have flew out of it like that too. Ain't no way. You got away from the dude. He knocked out your window, but you were still able to get away from him. How did you not just keep going? Make that U-turn and keep
going to the other car,
and then it's like trying to turn
the other car turned it around.
Well, I'd have been hitting everybody on the way out.
I would have did a reverse. It would have been a reverse.
Thank you. We would all be impaired. We would all be heading to the sunset because what? I was just like, Kimmy.
She was trying to get out, and then that silver car, she hit the back of that silver car.
But she tore off the back of that silver car, so she should have just kept on going.
But I love it. I love that moment because they can't just, for TV purposes, they can't just like end it just like that. It's got to be some additional drama to it. So I love how it played out. Absolutely. It's almost like we always talking about the Rockadooshie compound. Like they almost off the compound and then damn, they right back on the compound. So it's like that that whole tug of war type situation in that particular for this particular character. So I'm here for it.
Absolutely. That's how we keep the story going. You know what I'm saying? If she would have got out, then it would have been a car chase, right? And then they never would have got back to the club for everything else to happen. So it's all good. It's all good. So let's rate these 2 episodes. We didn't do that. Let's rate on a scale of 1 to 10 these 2 episodes. You can start with 13, 14. I'll start with you, Letitia. What did you rate episode 13 and 14? Of course, it could be 2 different numbers.
Let's see. Okay, so 13... I'm going to give, it was kind of a setup one, so I'm going to give it an 8. It's pretty solid. Okay. But this last one, I'm going to have to give a 9.1, like Tika would say, because Kimmy should not have gotten caught up like that. Like, no, you should have spun up out of there like a bat out of hell, like when you came in. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. 69 Ways. What did you rate 13 and 14? Again, it could be 2 different numbers.
13, I gave it a 7.5, and 14, I gave it a 9.
Okay. Yeah, action pack, right? Okay. Tika Deshawn, what did you rate the 2 episodes?
I actually like both of the episodes. The shenanigans, the drama, the roller coaster, the arc and fall of all of the characters. So I actually gave it both episodes a 9.9. So I was like, okay.
Wow.
I know.
Just 1 point off. That's correct.
Just 1 point off. But that was only because I ain't gonna say it. They didn't give us enough. They didn't give us enough longevity in the club with the men dancing on the stages. I'm just saying.
You wanted more
Yeah,
sausage.
just a
We
little bit
know you want
more.
more
Just a little bit
sausage.
more. I
Got
miss
him.
all the Queen's men, so yeah,
Okay.
that's what you know.
Oh, here, put that picture back
I
up there,
got you.
Jay. For the one time. For the one time.
Exactly. Listen, I'll send that to you. I'll send all those slides. You can have them.
I
All
know
right. You can have all those
that was the
slides and
best
go
picture of
crazy
the
with it.
night. Absolutely.
Okay. That thing was
I'm
Well, you
swinging.
should have gave it a
I'm
10 then. You
analyzing.
should
I'm
have gave
looking
it a
at
10.
Charles' face, and I get up there. I'm like,
You know what I'm saying?
That's what took it over the
Who
top. That's
points
what
that out?
that picture took it over the top. That not, yeah. That's
That
what.
was the like I said, don't say I never gave you anything. Don't say I never
Yes,
gave you
Jay, you
anything on no
always
live,
giving. You
okay?
always giving.
I am giving. I am giving. So I give by any means, I give that a 8.5, right? Because it was a lot of stuff we learned in 13.
yeah,
A lot of stuff we learned, a lot of stuff, again, we seeing the devilish side of things, we seeing the setup of things. And then I'm gonna give this 14 was 9.5 because it was action packed. It was action packed, man. And that ending was real. I was like, oh, okay, let's go. I was excited to see what Kimmy was going to do because I didn't know what she was going to do. I was not expecting her to go through the fence and do all that crazy stuff like that.
what you
But
think she was
by
gonna
any
do?
means
Roll
necessary.
up to the fence, say, please
You know
let
what I'm
me
saying?
in.
I thought, look, he got the truck. He could have just rolled out there easily, but who knows,
blew
man?
his
Who
cover,
knows? You know what I'm
though.
saying? But
Yeah.
what cover? He don't care about no cover.
Well, at this point,
Look, I'm Horace. Okay? I know what's going on now because I know my brother behind this and Jules behind this. That's why he was at first when he was like, yo, I'll just walk in there and just take her. She's like, nah, don't do that. That ain't gonna work like that. He could have, but it is what it is. Because you saw what happened when Mallory rolled up
Yeah.
in there, right? And how Alex was like, oh, Mrs. Bellery, oh, how can I help you? You know what I'm saying? So they know, if they know Mallory, they know Horace. They know Horace. So I thought it was 2 good episodes. So look, family, we're going to come back next week to wrap this thing up. Last 2 episodes of Beauty in Black because we got a lot of other stuff to do. But we love this show. We love this show. I mean, look, we may have somebody come through. We may not. We'll see. We're still working on that. Okay. We might have to get a collection going. We'll see what happens, family, with what we doing with Beauty in Black finale. But definitely come back through. I'm going to go around the room real quick. We'll start off with Letitia. Lighten it up. What you got going on your channel?
Well, I will also be wrapping up Beauty in Black. I also just did a video on duplicity. So if you want to discuss that, let me know as well. We'll be back with Rewind the Light Black Sitcom Spotlight. And I'm looking forward to a few other shows and movies coming up as well. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you know whenever I go live or whenever I post a new video. Thank you.
That's what's up. 69 Ways, what you got going on?
My Real Housewives of Atlanta coming out tomorrow. And Beyond the Gates and Found. I think that's it for now. Oh, Raising Candy with You. Same old stuff. So yes, that's all for me. Make sure you are subscribed.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Ticket to show on all things ruthless. What you got going on?
When the sun go down, baby, because it's the 5-year anniversary of my Facebook group, original Tyler Perry's Ruthless fans, and then it's the 4-year celebration of the YouTube channel, All Things Ruthless. So I'm definitely gonna do some ruthless things for the channel as well as for the Facebook group. Then of course we got the Ruthless Roundtable. We're going to be doing that tomorrow night with myself and VACAY. I know he's gonna add a little bit more to that, but as well as the Ruthless Conversation on Thursday. If at some point that'll be with myself and EJ the TV Junkie. At some point I'm gonna get around to duplicity. Duplicity was quite duplicitous. So I got a few things that I want to say, and I don't know if that's a real word. I probably made it up, but at the end of the day, I do know what duplicity means, and so I'm looking forward to doing just a quick little recap about it. And then next week I tried to secure this situation for a ruthless conversation or ruthless roundtable, but it fell through into ruthless conversation. So I will have a special guest next Thursday. So all the ruthless addicts and the ruthless fam, all y'all tune in because it's going down. We're gonna have a special guest for y'all. And that's pretty much it. What you got, Jay?
That's what's up. So yeah, family, I dropped my duplicity full recap and review and rating. So definitely check that out. It's doing pretty well right now. Don't run those numbers up. You know, we got the ruthless recaps, baby. You know what I'm saying? So definitely check that out. You know, we got the group out there. So we rocking and rolling with that. Keep that going. Looking forward to that. Ruthless Roundtable Wednesday, right? I just did a What It Looked Like episode live. Vegas Sunset Edition. I gave you a little bit of the sunset of Vegas, but at the same time, we got the exclusive picks for the next episode of Raising Canaan. Did that live, so check that video out as well. Did a couple of shorts as well, you know, talking about Rock and how good she looking, you know what I'm saying? Talking about some other things as well. So yeah, definitely check those shorts out as well. Let me see what else we got going on. Yeah. Just keep your notification bells on because as new exclusive stuff comes out, you already know I'm going to drop it to my members first. So shout out to all my members. And shout out to all my subscribers. We are on the road to hitting 18,000, on our way to 20,000. So I appreciate you all for watching, all your support, all your love. And family, yeah, just keep it locked. We got a lot more coming through. More movie reviews, whole lot of good stuff. All right. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Family, thank you, ladies, for joining me today. And absolutely thank you all out there watching. And if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay on any one of our channels that you're watching. Definitely show love. Hit the like button, fam. Hit the like button. And absolutely, we're going to see you next time right here next week. Until next time.
Hello.
I don't